Right, tell me when you're going to press go. Right, so the next juice I'm going to do on the Optimum 400 is one of Joe Cross's juices, which is sweet peach pie. This has got 3 large sweet potatoes, 4 ripe peaches, 2 apples and some cinnamon in it. And this is supposed to make a 2 yield, so in my eyes it should be about 2 full jars nearly. I suspect it will be quite thick, so I may well top this up with some water. So if you want to have a look at the board, what you'll see here is I've got apple, which I've chopped up, peaches, there's 4 of these, I've left all the skin on, and then I've peeled 3 sweet potatoes. I haven't used particularly large ones, although the recipe calls for large ones. Again, I've peeled these and chopped them up into sort of chunky chip size. There's the mason jar to give you some idea of perspective. This is a 500ml mason jar. So I'm probably going to start off with the peach, because I've got a feeling this is going to clog up the machine slightly. So here goes. So as I've already used this machine, there's already some pulp coming out from the previous juice. Yeah, I mean the peaches are not coming through. There we are, we're starting to come through now. But I think what I'm going to do is, as recommended, is I'm going to pop a piece of sweet potato behind every couple of peaches, because that's going to push through the peach pulp, or even a bit of apple. I think that's more about learning what works for your juicer. I mean, with mine, I tend to sort of alternate between the produce, because things will get stuck on the sieve, especially something soft like peaches, and these are really ripe. So I'm going to go through with a piece of sweet potato, which always makes an awful sound. Sounds like somebody's breaking their fingers. So you can see that's pushing the pulp out now. And again, it's only coming out half my shoot, because my earlier juice has demonstrated as kind of blocked part of my pulp shoot, but it still seems to be functioning fine. Bit of apple. Got some more peach through. That's looking quite a nice one. I'm quite looking forward to this one. I haven't had a peach juice. Been waiting for them to come into season. That actually looks really quite thick as well. So like I said, I think I'm probably going to water some of this down. Yeah, it's got quite a thick consistency coming out of the tube. Shut that off. Pop some of the sweet potato in. What I tend to do is drop a bit in, and by the time I take my hand to the board and back up with the next bit, in my eyes that should be enough time between putting the next piece of produce in. So we've still got pulp coming out quite nicely, and in fact, if anything, it's coming out slightly better now as well. There's some sweet potato going in just to push it through. Even if you've got a juice recipe that doesn't necessarily call for any hard produce in, just put half a carrot in just to push it through. Yeah, that's very thick, this juice. Again, so you can see we've got nearly all the peaches gone through now, and I've still got quite a bit of the sweet potato left. I like to leave that till last. Pop the rest of the peach through, speed up a bit. Bit of apple. These are quite small apples, and what I tend to do is chop them in half and then chop each half into 4. So they are quite small pieces, especially in comparison to what you see on the Fruity website tutorials. Actually, her bits that she chops up are quite a lot bigger than mine, so I just worry that if I did it too big it would block up. Right, so that's all the apple gone in. That's the last of the peach. I'm going to put a couple of bits of sweet potato. See, I've blocked my shoot up now, which is quite good, handy. Right, so my shoot's now blocked. So I tend to do a reverse. I'll just find my tamper, and then I'll gently push this down. Just, there we go, it's moving again now. You can see it falls down. Right. That's because I was going too quick, probably. So I'll put a couple of bits of sweet potato in just to clear it through. The rest of the peach. You can see there's a lot of juice coming out of this. This is nearly a full jug already, and I've still got quite a lot of sweet potato left as well. I'll start dropping them in now. And this should push through the rest of the peach pulp that will be caught around the sieve, hopefully. What I'll do is when I've finished, I'll open it up and we'll have a look and see what's left. If you haven't tried sweet potato juice, it's really nice. It's actually one of my favourites, and quite a lot of them they recommend adding a pinch of cinnamon too, so you get something that's a bit different than just fruit and veg all the time. So I don't know about you guys, but I get a bit bored sometimes and like something that's got a bit more flavour to it, or something that's a bit different. Same with adding herbs, you know, quite often I'll put mint in things, which gives things a slightly different flavour. You see what's happening here with the pulp. This is the sweet potato pulp, which is coming out really dry, and it comes out in a full block. This is because it's a really hard vegetable. Right, so that's the last piece of the sweet potato gone in. Leave it running for a few seconds, because you can see the pulp is still moving. I tend to wait until the pulp stops moving, run it on reverse, then run it forward again. You can see it's still coming out. And I can still hear it in the juicer as well, so I'm just going to reverse it. There, you can hear it catch another bit. It's all about really listening to what the juice is doing. Yeah, you can still hear it, and you'll see it's starting to come out again now. Just leave it running for a few seconds, because I can still see juice coming out through the sieve. And as you can see, that is a full jug, so that's 2 more juices for me today now. It's still coming out as well, and I've just heard another bit go through. So that shows you that it's still caught up in the auger, and this was the mistake I think a lot of people make. They don't, especially if you're going from a centrifugal juicer to a slow juicer, you're so used to it whizzing through really quickly that this just takes time. And I know it's time consuming, and in today's lifestyle we all want things really quickly, but the quality of the juice is so much better. Right, I'm going to stop that, because I can't hear any more going through. It's still coming out slightly on the pulp, but I'm going to stop it and have a look and see what's inside. Right, there's quite a lot in here. Right, so there's the top of the, the inside of the lid. Now, if I pull this out, you'll see there's a lot of pulp in here still from the potato, which probably, if I'd put a glass of water through, would have pushed it through. So there's quite a bit on the auger, and then the inside of the sieve as well. But again, what I recommend you do before you dismantle it is keep the motor running, shut the tap and put a glass of water through, and that will push that last of that pulp through. But anyway, I hope that's helpful, and thanks for watching.